Hey everybody, what's up? Out here in the tackle room this morning, getting ready for a continuation on our series of lure modifications. And man, this is going pretty good. It seems like I'm getting a lot of views on when I talk about modifying lures. That one I posted yesterday on the tubes got 10,000 views in one day. So it's like, I think everybody's really getting into these modifications, which makes me happy because, you know, that's what this channel's about. It's learning and teaching about how to catch fish and stuff like that. So that's a good deal. So if you guys liked the tube deal yesterday, you're really going to like what I'm going to show you today on the wiggle words. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history about this first. First of all, I'm not sponsored by Storm or Wiggle Wart. It's like every other pro out there is like, I don't care who, if you're sponsored by, you know, crankbait companies, whatever, everybody uses wiggle worts. It's just like, there's something about this bait that has a magic to it, particularly in the pre-spawn, what we're coming up on, that just can't be denied. So I don't care who it is, everybody uses wiggle worts. And so this is tips that will benefit everybody. And, you know, like the jerkbait, the wiggle wart started here in the Ozarks. I had a chance to get onto it really early. I learned how to fish the bait, learned a lot of tricks and secrets with it. And today, I'm not gonna really talk that much about how to fish the bait or where to fish it. I'm gonna talk about some modifications to the bait that I do, and then we'll get into those at later videos that will really help you out. So let's get right into it. First of all, I'm gonna show you guys how I like to modify my wiggle worts. Here's two identical wiggle worts. These are just regular Storm crawfish pattern wiggle worts, solid lips. And one of the things I'm gonna tell you guys, another thing about wiggle wart fishing, is I prefer the solid color lip. And because what the solid color lip does is it gives the bait a little bit different profile look in the water. And for some reason, I just catch a lot more fish on the baits that have the solid lip. So I prefer that. And a lot of the old Ozark experts, you know, agree with me on this too. Another thing before we get into modification is let's talk about the new wiggle wart versus old wiggle wart. You hear a bunch of people talking about, you know, yeah, I really want those old wiggle warts. You know, they buy them for, you know, 50, 60 bucks on eBay, custom painting, that type of stuff. And while I like the old wiggle warts too, they just wiggle a little bit different. The brand new ones out of the box work just as good. I was practicing for a tournament a couple of years ago down at Grand Lake. And I had my old custom painted wiggle warts, and I was catching them pretty good on it. And, you know, I thought that was the deal. And this buddy of mine came down, excuse me, this buddy of mine came down, and I told him I was catching a few fish on wiggle wart. So he stopped by Walmart there in Grove on the way down and bought this just off the shelf Walmart wiggle wart. And he proceeded to kick my butt on it. I mean, I had the old super customized wiggle wart. He pulled this thing right out of the package and just waxed me on it. So don't get caught up too much in thinking that you've got to have these old wiggle warts, because the new ones catch fish just fine. So anyway, let's get into the modification. First of all, I want you guys to take a good look at both of them before. This is what I do. I got to put my reading glasses on to do this fine stuff. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the snap on there. The snap, we did a video a little bit earlier in the month on snaps, and I don't ever use snaps. Snaps are a weak link. You know, you can see right there, they bend out real easy. A lot of people use them because they're convenient, but I don't ever use snaps. I take them off of everything that I do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with a small diameter O-ring. And this is actually an O-ring that comes on the Megabass Vision 110s. And the benefit to a small O-ring is that, number one, the main thing is that you've got a tremendous amount of strength on the bait. You know, the bait is it's just not gonna, I mean on the O-ring, you got a tremendous amount of strength on it. It's just not gonna, it's never gonna fail you as far as straightening out. So the first thing I do is replace the O-ring. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these hooks off. These are the stock wiggle wart hooks that come on there. They're a cheap hook. They're not needle sharp. You know, they've got the same O-rings on it. And the problem why you don't want the stock O-rings on the wiggle wart is they're too big. And what they do is they interfere with the swing of the bait, of the hooks a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these hooks off. And I know this is a pain sometimes, but I can promise you that it adds up to a lot more efficiency, you know, once you do get those fish on. And probably should have done this before. It'd been a little bit quicker instead of having to change all these out by hand. So got my split rings off. Next thing I do is I'm using the same split ring that I put on the back there. So I've got that on there. And then on the back, I'm taking a, 3/0 Gamakatsu G-Finesse treble hook on the back. This is a O'Shaughnessy Bend. This is what I found out is the best hook for a wigglewort. And I go with the 3/0 on the back. So we're gonna put that on there. On there. I was a lot quicker changing treble hooks before I started having to use glasses about 10 years ago. So that's our back hook. Now on the front hook, what you want to do is you want to go to a size smaller. And the reason I like to go to a size smaller is that it comes through the rocks a lot better. So I'm going to a number 4/0 Gamakatsu G-Finesse treble, which is just one size smaller. Put that on there. And it's really important, guys, to use that smaller hook up front, because that smaller hook up front is just gonna, you know, you're fishing these wiggleworts most of the time in rock, and it will really keep you from getting hung up, you know, if you use the same size on there. Sorry this is taking so long, but I'm just about done here. Okay, so we got our hook set up on there. That's the hook setup I use in my wiggleworts. Next thing I do is you want to take a file. I just got a regular metal file, and you want to go along the lip here and just pretend like you're sharpening a knife edge, you know, because what I'm wanting to do here is I'm wanting to get that bottom part of the lip really, really sharp. And the reason that I'm doing this is when I get that lip sharp and take some of the roundness off of that lip, that allows that bait to dive deeper, quicker, and deeper. So there, I've got the lip file down like that. This is a big key. It's real sharp, cuts the water real quick. Okay, the next one I'm gonna do comes with my red fingernail polish. And this is another thing. Red fingernail polish is like salt and pepper to me. I use it on everything. Thing I want to do, well, actually, I missed a mistake first. First, I've missed one thing here. Next thing you want to do before that is take your Brillo pad, and I'm going to rough it up a little bit with the Brillo pad, because this is key. Roughing it up, one of the things that it does, gives the bait a different look, but also it allows paint, any type of fingernail polish or dyes, to stick a little bit better. So I roughed it up a little bit there. Gives it a little bit different look. And then I want to put red eyes on the bait. I like red eyes on all my wiggleworts. So I'm coming through there, painting all the eyes red. You know, a lot of these things have chartreuse on them. We got that on there. And got that. And then I'm painting gills. Like that. Red gills on it. So that's the finished product there. So that's my modified wigglewort. Let's take a look at the difference on them now. I've got red eyes there, scraped down a little bit. I've got the G-Finesse Gamakatsu hooks. Here's the difference in the two from the stock. See the stock hooks on there? You got silver O-rings, a little bit different look on there. Got the bills a little bit different, like that. That's my two modifications. And the thing about wiggleworts you got to remember is that usually it's a clear water bait. So, you know, the whole sight things on there, as far as the visibility of the bait, makes a really big difference. So anyway, give this a try. Try these modifications. Not only is it going to give you more confidence that you're using something that other people don't have, but it's definitely going to add up to a few more bites for you. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And we'll see y'all later on. Thank you.